Hi everybody, welcome to my Facebook Live. It's Tuesday, April 12, 2022. My name is Laura Roderick. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. And we're going to make some really fun, colorful cards tonight. I'm really excited about these cards because they're so much fun. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday? Anybody else already exhausted and it's already Tuesday? We'll get through it. It'll be a good week. All right. If you're jumping on, say hello. Let me check and see if I'm coming up on Facebook. Thanks for watching today, either live or if you're watching the replay or on YouTube. Okay, let's see. I think I'm there, but it looks like it's paused. Okay. We'll give it another minute just to make sure that Facebook has it all straightened out. All right. Okay. I think we're good to go. All right. Well, let's just hop into things. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down and we'll get started. There we go. And make sure you can see the whole mess that I have going here. All right, so big news with Stampin' Up! Right now is the annual catalog is coming out. This is going to be available May 3rd to order from. I can't open it and show you what's inside. That's kind of against the rules, but I can show you a couple things that I've gotten from the catalog. Demonstrators can order a month early certain products, so I've ordered a few things, and I'll show you what's coming up in this annual catalog. I showed y'all this last week. This is from the new Bottled Happiness stamp set. And I made this little card for that. And then this teacup set. I think this is going to be one of my favorites. Cup of tea. And it's a die set and a stamp set. I didn't bring the die set up. And here's just a couple of cards I've made with that so far. Just a little take care of yourself. It's just got some really cute little tea bag stamps, little fruit wedge, really cute. I like this paper. This is new too in the catalog with the pretty flowers. More catalog from more paper from the new catalog. Another little teacup card, a little thank you card. This is some of the designer series paper that goes with that teacup. And I'll just kind of flip through and show you how really cute this paper is. All these little designs, and then on the other side this is a set where it's got some of the new colors featured. Every year Stampin' Up! Rotates out some colors, 5 of its new colors. They call them the in colors. And thank you to my friend Deborah for giving us these bookmarks that we just stamped on, and these are the new colors for this year. These will be around for the next 2 years. So we have Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. These are really bright, fun colors. So I'm looking forward to making things with that. I'll just show you these. These are the stamp pads for the colors. Give you a little bit bigger look at the colors. And then there's ribbon, there's markers, there's blends. This is like a really shiny kind of ombre glittery paper that has all the new colors in it. Let me just open it up and I can show you. I haven't even opened this one yet to take a look at it. But y'all know I love my glitter. So I can't wait to start using this paper. And you can see it has all the new colors all in there. So pretty. And then this is just some DSP that is also made with the in colors. And if I can get that open. Each of the in colors has 4 different patterns for it. So there's like a plaid, a polka dot, a stripe, and some flowers. So this is going to be really fun paper to play with too in these new in colors. So looking forward to making a bunch of new stuff with the new colors. That's going to be really fun. Okay, so our projects from today, I'm taking some sets out of the mini catalog. And let me show you a couple of the sets we're going to be using. We're going to be using this Gumball Greeting Set, and you can see these are some of the cards that they've done in the catalog, and that is a stamp and die set. We're also going to be using this Kite Delight That's just a stamp set that does not come with any dies. And we're going to be using the Cactus Cuties. And this set doesn't come with dies either, but it comes with the stamp set, and it comes with a punch. And I'm not using the punch knife because, as you can see, it only punches out a few things. And these are really easy shapes to cut with scissors. So that's what we'll be doing for that. So our projects for tonight, if you didn't see them online already, is a little happy birthday card. We're going to do this cute little gumball shaker card with little fun fold. The Kite Delight card, and then the Cactus Cuties card. So let's get started. The first card we're going to make tonight is we're going to go ahead and do this one with the pretty colorful flowers. And what we're going to use for this, let me get all my pieces out first. There's very little stamping to this. We're going to do just a little bit of stamping and heat embossing, but I've used the dies, and you guys, this die set is awesome. Look at all these different flower shapes. They all have the little bit of piercing in them that makes them just that much cuter. There's a little sentiment label, which I guess I could have used that on this card. I didn't even think of it. But this is a really good set. This is retiring. As the new catalog comes out, the old catalog retires, and this is an old catalog, so this is going to retire. But anyway, so what I've done is I've cut out some of these shapes. As you can see from in the different colors. Okay, so I've got polished, I think this is Magenta Madness, Daffodil Delight. We used some Granny Apple Green for the leaves, and Mango Melody, which I love. So once you cut all these out with your cut and emboss machine, the rest is easy. It's just putting the card together, right? So we're starting with Daffodil Delight for the card base, and this 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay. Then we have this really cute designer series paper, which is also going to retire soon. And I love just this black and white plaid, so we're going to put that down. Let me just show you this paper, because this paper has been awesome. It's black and white on one side, with all kinds of great designs. As you can see, I've used it and cut it up, and then there's colored designs on the other side. So this has just been a really fun pack of paper to play with. And I think we're going to use it, yeah, we're going to use it for another card too. So let's start just by getting our seal. And our Stampin' Seal, we are just going to attach this plaid to the outside of our card base and just leave a border just like that. All right, the next thing I want to do is I cut out this basic white cardstock from, this is not retiring, thank goodness, Scallop Contours dies, and you can see how I just cut that out with the die. So we're going to use this piece right here for the next part. And I'm just going to start with the leaves and arrange them before I glue them down to make sure I have them where I want them, where they're going to fit. And we'll just kind of quickly put these down kind of where I have them on the other one to make it easy. And I think that's going to work out great. And then our bigger ones are going to go like this. So I think that's pretty good placement for the leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing those down. And we'll use our Tombow glue. This is in the catalog. This is a great glue. Really easy to use. So I'm just going to start gluing down all the leaves with just a little bit of glue on the back. Hold on. I have a little clog, glue clog, gotta fix it. That should take care of it. So we'll just start gluing these down. Easy breezy. Aren't those leaves cute? And it's such a nice bright color, the Granny Apple Green. I love that color. You could do this in any colors you wanted. Pick your favorite colors for the flowers for sure. And if you want a lighter green, a darker green, you know, whatever you want to do. That's the beauty of having the dies. You can do anything you want with those. Okay. Just press this down for a second and let the glue start to set. All right. Then we're going to pop up the big flowers so they're standing up and looking cute. I'm just going to take a single dimensional and put that one right about there. And we'll put this one right about here. And the yellow one at the bottom. Overlap a little, whoops. I'm moving. You could also adhere the leaves down with just some seal on the back of them. Oh, I folded my, there we go, my dimensional a little bit. So that's starting to look good. Then I think I will use seal to put the other pieces of the flower down. That one down, the Mango Melody middle, and as you can see, we're just doing 3 layers for each flower. All right, now I've got the little centers, and I'm going to go back to the glue. And so I only used 3 colors and just kind of mixed them up a little bit. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is stamp our sentiment. And we'll kind of let all this dry for a minute. I'll set it to the side. And I just have this this little piece of the cardstock. Okay, this is the Mango Melody cardstock, and it's a very small piece. I think it's 3 inches by, I don't know, a ½ inch maybe. Let's see, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and we are going to take our sentiment, which is just Happy Birthday. And I actually took this sentiment because I like the font from the Sweet as a Peach stamp set. So I just used that, Happy Birthday. You could use any sentiment that you wanted, Happy Birthday, anything else, or from any other set that you wanted to. Just cut your paper to whatever you want. All right, I'm reaching for my Versamark. And you guys have embossed with me before, so I'm just going to get this nice and full of the Versamark, which I think it's like glue. Bring this a little closer to me so I can kind of center it. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and use our white. And we'll put our white embossing powder right on top of the Versamark. We'll just sprinkle that on and shake it off. And then we're going to use our embossing tool. Just pull it off. I see a little bit right here that I don't want to emboss on there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me reach for my tool. Uh-oh. Hold on. Got some cords tangled up. Okay, here we go. It always takes a few minutes for the first one till the heat gun gets nice and hot. As you can see, it's starting to turn. Okay. That is done. And then I think what we're going to do is take our Pick-a-Punch and just, as a matter of fact, I kind of stamped it a little bit funny, so I'm just going to trim off the bottom a little bit just to make it more even. I'm just going to take a trimmer and just trim off just a tiny bit from the bottom, just to make it look a little bit more even. Okay, then I'm going to put it in here and just turn it into a banner. Our banner Pick-a-Punch tool. I use this all the time. It's a pretty handy punch to have. Okay, just a tiny bit more. Am I being a perfectionist tonight? Maybe. Okay, that looks good. All right, let's pop that up onto our card. And then we're also going to use some dimensionals to put the white part up. So I'm going to go right over the leaf down here. And do it just like that. And then we'll put some dimensionals on the back. All right. Okay, that's it. Card 1 finished. Nice and colorful, nice and fun, right? You could also do the inside if you want to just add a piece of white cardstock. You could actually glue some more flowers to the inside, or if you have the stamp set, you could stamp some flowers inside and put another sentiment in the inside too. All right. Next card. Let me put my toys away. All right, the next card we're going to do is the kite. And this is from the Kite Delight set. And let me get my pieces out for this one. All right, and this is the stamp set that we're going to use. Really, really cute stamp set. So this one we're actually using a lot of markers on, and you can use any markers that you want. I use the blends markers. I like the colors and the color coordination. So to start our card, I'm going to start with a piece of thick basic white cardstock, same card base size that we always use. And then for the next layer, I have a 5 1/4 by 4 of the balmy blue cardstock, and that is going to go right on the front and kind of set a background of a sky for us. So what we want to do next is we want to do all of our stamping, and we're going to stamp everything in Memento Black. This card is super easy. It's super fun. So I'm just going to get out my kite pieces and stamp one of each. Okay, so first we have this nice geometric kite, so I'm going to stamp that one. We have 3 different kites. I have a tail for the kite, which is really cute with the bows. Okay, and then I've got one more kite shape that we're going to use. This is the one with the flowers. And then lastly, we're going to do the sun. Okay. So we've got that all set. Now we also need to color. Before we do that, and while we have our ink out, let's just go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And the sentiment we have is "Another year flies by, happy birthday." Let me find it amongst what I have here. I have so many stamps tonight that we're using from this set, but I need to find it. Here it is. All right, I have so many stamps that we're using that I don't have enough blocks, and I had to double up on some of the blocks. So let's just stamp that right here. Okay. The other part of this card we're going to do is we're going to cut out some clouds, and we're going to do that right from the rest of this cardstock. So I have the cloud punch, and we're just going to punch 3 clouds. I'm going to cut this off so I can get my punch in a little bit better. Need one more cloud. Okay, so we have our 3 clouds, and pardon my head in the way. I dropped my thing. I need to pick it up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is color. So we're just going to get our Stampin' Blends, and I use just a variety of colors. For this kite, I used Balmy Blue and Granny Apple Green. So we're just going to color that in. Okay, here's the Granny Apple Green. I'm coloring fast and not necessarily in the lines, but it's nice that the lines are kind of thick, so they're pretty forgiving when you're coloring in, right? Okay, some of the other colors that I used on the kites are, I used this one, which is the Fresh Frieza, the Magenta Madness. I used some Pumpkin Pie for the orange, the yellow for the sun, that's the Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody for kind of a lighter orange. I used for some of this and some of the bows. The Balmy Blue we already just used, and then I also used some light polished pink, which is the brighter pink right there. So you just color all these in, and then because, like I said, this doesn't have any dies, we're just cutting these out with scissors. And they're nice, easy geometric shapes to cut out. So I've already pre-cut them, so you don't have to watch me color everything and cut, because that would be kind of boring. So I already colored and cut them out. So now all we have to do is start assembling. Before we do that, I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper. And I just want to add a little bit of edging to these clouds to make them not quite so stark white. And I think I'll maybe flip this one over so it's not exactly facing the same way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blending brush, and Stampin' Up! Sells these in a set of 3. They're really soft. You can see these are like a million just tiny little bristles, right? And I'm just going to take my balmy blue ink pad and put some ink on here. And then I'm just going to kind of go around the edges a little bit on these, just to add a little blue so they kind of melt back into the sky a little bit, so they're not just quite so stark. And so we're just going to do that to all 3 clouds. One more. Just really quick and easy, right? Okay. All right, so now we have our 3 really pretty clouds. We are done with this ink pad. Okay, all the pieces are ready. Let's start assembling. So we'll start by using a little bit of seal to put the background down. And leave our border. The next thing I want to do is put down the sun, and I'll just use a little bit of seal for that. Put that right about here. I'm going to put the clouds down flat as well, so I'll use seal for that. Oops. Oh no, look it, I'm out. It turned red. All right, hold on. I've got a backup. New one, so let me get it started. Okay, put one cloud right about there, and we'll put another one here, and then one more here. Okay, clouds down. Now we're going to get our kites into place. Let's start with this big one right here. And before we put the dimensionals to pop it up, I just want to attach the strings. So this is from the Playful Pets, and this is just some black and white twine. So I'm going to take the longest piece and just attach it to my kite like that. And then I'm going to take dimensionals, and just to make sure it stays in place, put one over. And 2 dimensionals should probably be enough for this one. And then we'll just place this kite right here. And then I have the tail that I want to put right like that. And we're just going to glue that one down. So I think what I'm going to do is come back with my sheet and use my favorite little pen. My glue pen. And if you guys haven't seen this before, this is the Zig pen, and it's blue when it's wet, but then it turns clear as it dries, so you can see where you're putting your glue down. And I love this adhesive. This I get on Amazon. Okay, so let's just put our little tail right about here and press that down. And our next kite will be this pretty one with the flowers. And some dimensionals. Kites remind me of spring, although I have to say it's been a very long time since I've actually flown a kite. How about you guys? Anybody fly a kite recently? I guess if you have little kids, you'd be more inclined to do it, right? I don't know. But it seems like it would still be fun to me. glass kite going on right about here. I don't really want it to be under that dimensional because it's going to make it pop up too high. So that's good. Okay. And our strings are kind of off here. And then we're going to go ahead and put down our label. And let's use our banner punch again. Because who doesn't love a banner? Maybe just a tiny bit more off of this side. Okay, that should be good. All right, more dimensionals. And we'll just set this right here. Piece of glue. And then I'm just going to trim off our little pieces of string down to the bottom, and they're a little bit loose, and that's okay. And that is it. Clean up my scraps. Okay, card number 2 all finished. That one was easy, right? Just a lot of coloring involved in that one. Okay. All right, the next one we're going to do is this Gumball Machine. And when I first saw this in the catalog, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I cannot wait to make that card. And it's really fun. And then I was like, okay, what color am I going to make this card, right? Because traditionally, the Gumball Machines are red, right? Are the old-fashioned ones kind of red? I think they were. And then, of course, I thought, well, I don't know about red. That's not my favorite. So maybe I'm going to do it in bright pink. But then I was looking for coordinating paper, and then I just kind of fell in love with these colors, right? So I have the Mango Melody card and this designer series paper that has the rainbow colors in it. And I just thought this this color was just perfect, this Coastal Cabana. And this is a really nice color too, another one of my favorite colors. So that's the color that we went with. So let's go ahead and get started on making this card. And this is a really easy card to make too. All right, so here's our pieces. Make sure I didn't forget anything. Okay, so we're starting with the Mango Melody, and we start out just the same way for the card base as we have with our other cards, okay? So we started with the 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, but then we also scored it at 2 1/8, so we can fold it back on itself this way. And that's it, simple card base. It's just gonna open like that, okay? Again, we took the scalloped dies and we cut out our little white panel. And then I took the die in the Gumball Greetings right here and just die cut this. This is where our shaker dome is going to go. So I cut that out already of the scallop. So that piece is ready to go. Now, the designer series paper that we have, I have cut this. This is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. And then the other piece is 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. And love this. That's from the same paper pack that I just showed y'all, with the black and white on one side and the really awesome colors on the other side. And I really particularly love this colored pattern. I think it's just so pretty. So we're going to put that just in the middle of the inside of the card like that. And then we'll take our other piece and put it on the outside flap. Sorry, I'm struggling with my seal tonight. If it's me and the seal is winning. Okay. And we're just kind of lining that up so it's even across the top and the bottom. So that part is done. Now I think what we're going to do next is go ahead and do some stamping and die cutting. So I'm going to take, this is the stamp set, and I'm going to use some of the stamps from it. And we're just going to, again, stamp those with Memento. Okay. So I just have this scrap of Coastal Cabana. And I'm just going to ink up my pad. Hopefully you can see me doing that here. I feel like everything's a little bit too low tonight. I need to work a little bit higher so you can see better. Cute, right? Isn't that a really cute stamp? Love it. Okay, and then the other thing we want to stamp is the top of the Gumball Machine. So that stamp just looks like that. And I'm going to put that right there. Okay. And then lastly, as long as we have the stamp on, I'm going to stamp a couple other things, right? And this one is not the one that I want. Let me look. Here we go. These are the ones we're going to use for this. So I've used the Mango Melody and cut out a little tag. And I'm going to do Wishing You the Sweetest Day Ever. Again, I had to double up on my stamping blocks. Okay, so that's going to be our tag. And then on our inside of the card, we're just going to do the other one, which is going to be right here and say, may your day be filled with all the best things. Let me ink that one up. I'm going to do that kind of in the middle towards the top. Okay, sentiments done. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is do a little bit of die cutting. So I'm going to pull in my mini machine, and I'm probably going to have to cut this down a little bit for it to fit through. So let me get my scissors. And I'm just going to cut my Coastal Cabana down so that it's a little bit smaller. Okay, I'm going to put it in my machine, and I'm going to use my dies from the set, and we're going to die cut, pardon my reach with my arm, 3 different things. So let me line up first this part. So one of the things in the new catalog that's coming out that I'm super excited about is some magnetic plates for these machines. So I won't have to use a Post-it note to hold it anymore in place, because it does move around a little bit. So that's exciting. I can't wait to get the magnetic plates. So as soon as May 3rd comes around, I'm going to be getting those. It'll make everything just a little bit easier. I think I'll be okay if I just don't use that. And then this third piece is going to be the little lever that goes around. Okay, let me put this on, see if I can do it without moving, and just send it through. Nice and easy. This little mini machine is so nice because it's just so easy to crank through. Okay. And that cut out perfectly. So we've got our 3 little pieces. Post-it tape off. Perfect. All right, I think we're ready to start some card assembly. Now, I've already pre-die cut some other pieces, and I cut these out of the silver cardstock, and this is the front of the machine that we're going to do in silver, and then I've got a top and a bottom piece as well in the silver. So let me just get all my pieces together. All right, so I'm going to take my seal now and put this metal part, well, it's not really metal, it looks like metal though, right? And we'll put that right here on the gumball. It embossed it so pretty. Can you see the embossing on the silver, how good that looks? I love this, it's good. Also, when we die cut this, it cut this little flap too, so we can open this little flap at the bottom a little bit. I want to clean some of this ink off my fingers. My fingers, I'm getting dirty. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is attach that little lever. So I'm going to just take a skinny hole punch, and I'm going to punch a hole right in the middle where the lever goes. Okay, and this one already has a hole in it. And then I'm going to take one of these little brads, and you can get these brads anywhere. These are the Stampin' Up! Ones, and they're round and square brads, and so they're black and white and in different sizes and colors. So we're just going to attach our lever. Oh no, hold on, I dropped it. Give me 1 second. I might have to cut another one. Camouflage somewhere. Oh, I found it. Okay. So I'm going to put my brad right through the middle of that, right through the middle of this one, and then just open it up in the back to make it lay flat. Done. Okay. All right, now let's work on the shaker part. Okay, so we have this cut out already. This is the little gumball shaker domes that you can get from Stampin' Up. We're going to attach this. It's got adhesive on both sides. So let's take the adhesive off of this side. We can attach it to the piece that we've already cut. So we're going to make sure I have the smaller side at the top and the larger side at the bottom. Okay, and that looks pretty good. So that's all set. We're going to flip it over. We're going to fill it with our beads. Now these are frosted beads assortment. And I'm just going to dump some of the beads in here for the little gumballs. Aren't those pretty colors? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is peel off this adhesive because that's going to seal all our beads inside. Then I have another piece that I cut of just basic white cardstock. And this is going to go, I think this is, let's see, this is 4 by 3 inches. And I'm going to add some adhesive on the corners and then on the bottom, because I want the whole thing to stick, not just around where the shaker dome is. So I'm going to just attach this right like that and press it all down. And that's it. That's the shaker part all finished. Now we can finish decorating by adding our other parts. So I'm going to add this part of the Gumball machine right here, and we'll use seal to go ahead and adhere that down. Great, and I'm going to adjust that a little bit, and our flap up. And I'm going to go ahead and put the top of the machine, the Gumball machine, at the top right here. That's kind of like the cap of the machine, right? And then we're going to take our little pieces of silver that I cut out with the dies. And let me get out my pen again. And these just make it really special too, right? It just adds a little bit of something. I'm going to put a little bit more glue under here because I feel like my corner is coming up a little bit. There we go, that's better. Oh, it just popped up again. It wants to play with me. Stay. So this one is just a little trim for the top. And then this piece is just a little trim piece for the bottom. I love the silver. I think it really adds a lot. Makes the machine look more authentic. Okay, that part of the shaker is done. So what we're going to do is attach it to the front of our card. So I'm just going to add some seal right here. And this is just going to go right in the middle, kind of centered in the whole card. Okay, so now it's just going to open like that when it opens. So that's great. We're going to put the inside in. I have one more little tiny strip of DSP I'm just going to attach to the bottom. Right like that. Okay, and this we're just going to put down flat on the inside of the card. And you won't be able to see it because it'll be covered up once this is closed. So you can center this right in the middle. Okay, just like that. And then lastly, the last thing that we want to do is put on our sentiment. And I also have some pool party ribbon. I think this is a really pretty sheer ribbon that kind of coordinates with what we've got going here. So I'm just going to pull this through and make a knot and then make a bow. And then we'll just add that to our card with some dimensionals. Let me do a double knot first before I do the bow. So really cute card, right? And not that hard. I mean, the dies and the stamp set really make it easy to create this. And we'll keep our bow pretty large. Okay. And let me just take my scissors and we'll just trim off the edges. I feel like my fingers are all sticky because I'm terrible with glue. Okay. So let's get some dimensionals. And just put this across the top right here. That's it. That is our Gumball Machine card. Lots of fun, right? I think that would be a fun card to give to somebody. I would like to get that card from somebody. Okay, let's go for our last card now, card number 4, which is going to be from our Cactus Cutie set. This is a super easy one also. The thing with this card is we have used a lot of stamps. Lots of different stamp colors. Okay, so here's our pieces. I've got just a piece of white to do our stamping on. And then we've got our other pieces that are here. This is the Cactus Cutie stamp set. And you can make these in any combination that you want. So I'm going to start by doing, let's see, I'm just going to go in order of the colors that I have pulled, right? So I've got a pair of pizzazz, and let me pull out the stamps I'm going to use for this. There's a lot of stamps for this one. And I've doubled up on some of them. So let me just get these all pulled out. And my other sentiment. Okay. See, that's a lot of stamps, right? And a lot of different colors. So I'm going to start by taking the pair of pizzazz. This is a pretty light green, right? And let me do it up here so you can see it. Stamp a piece right there. Okay, done with that color. And I'm going to go to Mossy Meadow. And we're going to piece this one together. So I've got this side right here. And I'm going to kind of do this one down here. Okay. And then I've got this little stamp set, so we're going to just add on to this one with the same color. So some Mossy Meadow here, and we'll add another one like that way, and then another one like that. So that little cactus is finished. All right, and then I'm going to do one of these in Mossy Meadow as well, because I want 3 different colors of this one. So that one's stamped. Okay, the next one I'm going to use is the third green we're going to use on this card, which is Old Olive. And I'm going to take this stamp, and we'll just make this one right here. Do y'all like cactus? We have a lot of cactus here in San Antonio. Next, I'm going to take the polished pink. Oh, wait, I forgot. Well, I had my Old Olive to stamp one more of these in the third color. There we go. All right, polished pink, because I want to add some flowers to one of the cactus. So we have this cute little stamp right here. And we're just going to add this to the top of this one and the top of that one. So that cactus is done. Lastly, we have to do our pots. So I wanted colors that weren't super bright. So that's why I picked these colors. So for this pot, I've got a little Cajun Craze. And for this one, I'm going to use some crushed curry. And then our last pot that we're going to do, I'm going to do in the Misty Moonlight, which is a retiring color that I'm really going to miss because I love this color so much. It's just such a pretty blue. Okay, now we've stamped all of our pieces for the card. Let's do the sentiments. And cute little cactus, hope your day is on point. I'm making a big mess. So we'll ink this one up. And I'm just going to do that. It's hard to stamp when you have one on each side. Get it straight. Okay. It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I might try and straighten that out a little bit. Okay, so because there's no dies with this, all this gets fussy cut with a pair of scissors, right? I went ahead and did it so you didn't have to watch me cut it all out. This is easy cutting though, because look at how easy these shapes are to cut out. So I've gone ahead and cut out all our pieces. So now we're ready to start assembling our card. So we're going to take a piece of old olive and our usual measurements. This is more of that DSP that I already showed you. This is another black and white pattern. And we're just going to attach this to the front of the card. Just like that. And then we're pretty much going to pop up a lot of these cactus pieces. So I kind of want to make sure that I've got them lined up so they're in the right place. All right, let's do the middle one first. I think that makes the most sense. And the first two layers we're going to go ahead and just glue down flat. So I'm just taking a little bit of seal and I'm going to want to put it right about here. And then I'm going to take my next darker color. This is the one we did in the old olive. And I'm just going to offset that a little bit. And then the third one, I'm going to go ahead and pop up. I'm going to get my mini dimensionals for this one. Just use a couple of minis on there. And we'll put that right about there. And then I'm going to use regular dimensionals to pop up this crushed curry pot. And we'll put that right there. Okay, now that kind of gives us an idea of where we're going to put our other things. And let's put our pot down first so that we have it lined up with the other pots. So we'll put that one there. And then we'll put our third one down. I think I put my crushed curry one a little bit too far to the left, especially because this one's a smaller pot. So I'm not really super happy with the way that looks. So I'm just going to pull it up and bring it over a little bit more. Let me just pull this one up a little too and pop that over. So it looks a little bit more centered. Okay, then we can go ahead and pop that up here. Starting to run out of dimensional, so I'm going to start cutting up my edges. Use all pieces of your dimensionals because they're awesome. We'll put that one right here. And our last one, I think I'm just these two pieces. Sorry, you know what, let me move my camera a little bit if I can. Let's see if that helps a little bit. So you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Sorry about that. I should have checked that earlier. Okay, all our cactus pieces are on. And we will go ahead and just use some seal on this part. You guys see I'm full of ink and stuff. I'm making a mess. All right, and we'll pop this one up. And then that's going to be it for this card. Now on the inside, because you have the darker cardstock, put this right about there. Okay, how's that? That card is all finished. Again, you can put the piece of your basic white cardstock on the inside. You could put another sentiment. And you could stamp some of these on the inside as well to make a little cactus maybe in the corner right here. And that'd be a really cute way to finish off this card. Did I do anything in here? No. All right, so those are our cards. Let's just take a look again at the cards that we made tonight. First we had our colorful Pierce Bloom's Dies card. We did our Kite Delight card. Our colorful shaker cards with the bubblegum machine, and then our cute little cactus card. So I hope you like the cards that we made tonight. I think they're really fun, kind of springy cards. Let me just take a minute and tell you what I've got coming up and then show you the cards I have for next time. Again, if you'd like to place an order with me, you can go to this right here, and when I post this on my Facebook page, business page, I will put the link so you could just link on it. By Saturday, use this host code, and I'll send you all the stuff for the make and takes for free. You need the stamps, but everything else I can send you. Okay. In color, I told you about the new in colors that we have right now, and the next paper pumpkin that just came out like yesterday is for the in colors. So this is going to be really fun cards to make with the new in colors. Everything comes in your kit with paper pumpkin if you want to subscribe to that. I'm going to show you quickly the paper pumpkin that I received this week from last time. And again, the paper pumpkin kits, they're complete to make everything that you need. It has a little Stampin' Spot. This past one came with 2 different stamp sets to make the cards with. It comes with glue dots. It comes with dimensionals. It comes with all the cardstock and envelopes. It came with ribbon. So everything you need. You need a pair of scissors to cut the ribbon, but other than that, everything is in the paper pumpkin kit. So it's just an easy way. These are some of the cards that this kit made, and I altered them just a little bit from their original designs, right? So there's another card. You can see how cute these envelopes are that match, right? This one, relax and enjoy your day. And then I had made a couple alternatives. I used that flower stamp pad to make this cute little hello card. And then this one, a little note. This is actually one that they designed, and then this is one that I designed. So you can either make the cards as they are in the kit, or you can design your own with the kit. But paper pumpkin's a great way to get started because it's all inclusive and it's inexpensive. I think it's $23.50, which is awesome. For this one, there's going to be golden vouchers, so you get a chance to win a voucher with $25 in the paper pumpkin kit. So that's really fun too. It includes shipping, doesn't include tax. Okay, so we have that. If you want the project and measurement sheet for the projects we did tonight, email me at sunshineandsparklestamping@gmail.com. And I think that's it. Let me just show you what we have coming up for next week. Next week, I've got some cards, and I'm trying to think of the name of the set. But anyway, this is the set. So I'm doing some Mother's Day cards for next time. Okay, so I have this one, cute little Mother's Day card. This could be for anybody. So glad we're family. It could be for an aunt, a cousin, just a nice family Mother's Day card. Here's a card with the same set, you are the nicest. And then this is same set for Happy Mother's Day. I have one more project I'm going to put together, so I'll have these projects for next week. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the week, and we'll see you next week. I'm probably not going to be in on Tuesday. I think I have a work meeting Tuesday night, so I'll probably go live on Wednesday instead. All right, have a good week, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.